I was talking about it earlier, and it's not about like fighting people or elbowing people in the head, but it's kind of like it's just about an attitude. Do you not think that they need some attitude? And they don't have to do it right now. They have enough skill and enough talent to get to the playoffs, but the way the game is switched in the playoffs where it's rough, you look at the Capitals, the Boston Bruins, it's I don't know if they can survive 4 rounds in the playoffs with no kind of attitude. It's not, like I said, it's not about fighting. It's not about being stupid. It's about just having some bite.
And I believe, like just reading around Babcock's comments, he sees that too.
Yeah, like a guy like that Kronwall, like just somebody that's got somebody that puts their helmet on, they turn into a dick, and it's just the way they play.
Now, Kronwall's an interesting guy you bring up. If Detroit slides out of the playoffs, would Kronwall be a guy Toronto would bring in to play in their, say, on their third pair?
Don't you think the relationship with him and Babs would be a factor in that?
Well, if he does want to win one more time. Mm-hmm.
Do they have a poor relationship, Babcock and Kronwall?
No, but I'm just saying, whatever it is, it might be a factor.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're going out for beers, but I from what I understand, Kronwall really liked playing for Babcock. And I think Kronwall's a really good example of a guy you could get. You're not looking for him to play 23 minutes a night, but he gives an attitude to your team. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about. They could use a winger like that, too.
Yes.
So, Ray, do you think that they need to go get someone, or does that person already exist on the team?
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Not on this roster. I don't see it anyway. I see Hyman like that. I see Kadri like that, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the question is how Kyle Dubas feels about it. I mean, ultimately, that's what really matters. We can yell and scream, and even Babcock can make his comments. But I said in the earlier hour, Ray, Dubas doesn't have to listen to Babcock, but this is where I wonder about Brendan Shanahan's role in this organization and how he would feel about a scenario like this. And, he always gives off the vibe like, no, I'm just in the background. I'm here for support. That's what he always tells us. But I'm not convinced of that, and I would think if he's looking at it and thinking, hey, Kyle, we got to do something here, that's someone Kyle might want to listen to.
Well, for sure. But like you say, ultimately Dubas just he's the guy that matters. But nothing about Dubas tells me he's a lone wolf, that he's just going to try, this is my team and I'm going to do it my way. And I don't believe for a second he's like that. If the management team thinks they're fine the way they are, then maybe they don't go at anybody. I think they're not balanced enough to bringing up Washington last year. Washington at the end of the day, I think they shut out Tampa back-to-back games to get into the finals. Tampa's a hell of a good team, but I don't think you can have too much of one thing and not enough of another. I don't think they're as balanced as they maybe would like to be as they get towards the playoffs. There's no rush to do it, but they've got a bunch of guys that look about the same. And if you're Tyler Ennis or you're Par Lindholm, are those players irreplaceable by somebody with more bite? I don't think so. If you're Connor Brown, is that he's got 3 goals. I know he's been playing in different roles, but he had 20 and 14 goals the last 2 years. He's got 3 right now.